Green Hammer Bro. Green Hammer Bro has hit 3 home runs. It could be a 4th! It will be a 4th! Unless they get there. No, it's an absolute smasher! Go ahead, Grand Slam! The 2nd Grand Slam in the league this year.
Welcome everybody back to another week of the Super Sluggers Sim League. I'm your host, Alec Rome. Wow, I'm excited for this one, not gonna lie. This is gonna be an interesting night as we hit game week 3. And there starts to become some opportunity for separation from the pack. It's still very early. We still have 8 teams with a win, at least one win, and 4 teams without a win. 4 teams that are undefeated, 2-0. It's a nice even spread, 4-4-4 out of our 12 teams vying for the SSSL crown, most coveted prize in fake Mario baseball. Right there. I'll let you take a look at the standings after 2 game weeks. Right there, as you can see, the Daisy Flowers, who have just been pretty much killing teams and putting up huge numbers, they remain on top of the board after these 2 weeks, followed by the Mario Fireballs, who have also been doing well. They kind of escaped at Yoshi Park last week, all things considered. And before we get to game week 3, let's take a look at last week's 3 stars. Starting off with Blue Dry Bones for the Daisy Flowers, had another walk-off homer amongst a lot of amazing action last time out. 8-8 at the plate. 8 for 8 through 2 game days, and we'll see if Blue Dry Bones' hitting streak continues. We're starting to get some stat leaders, and I'll be able to at least tell you a little bit about the stat leaders moving forward. Dark Bones, hitting that clutch triple last week, gets the 2nd star for Mitch's Luigi Knights. Bowser Monsters find their first player on the board in the 3-star category. Of course, it's the Captain Bowser. He had 2 homers and leads the league in homers with 3 on the season. I believe tied with maybe Green Hammer Bro for one of those. Yes, Green Hammer Bro for the Bowser Jr. rookies he's tied with. But in the conversation for the home run king, Red Critter of the Birdo Bows made a statement. 2 home runs and went 4 for 5 in a rout of the Waluigi Spitballs, 14-3. Waluigi Spitballs, as you saw, down at 0-2, but they get a huge opportunity tonight in our opening game of the night. It is the battle for Wario City, and that's where I am right now. Wario, technically the away team in this regard, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't really matter. It's the battle for Wario City. The first time that these 2 teams will be facing each other in this stadium, daytime today. What's going to be interesting as we look at these 2 sides, we're starting to hit the point in the season, we just hit the point in the season, where everybody's going to have to go to their 2nd starting pitcher or a different starting pitcher. Some teams have decided to put their best pitcher in the reliever spot. So, you kind of put somebody out there that can maybe carry you 3 or 4 innings and then put like your captain or something to that avail up to round things out. But other teams have been putting their captain up or other teams have just not filled out their lineups, but hey, some ownership groups, some owners have different attitudes than others, and hey, look, it all comes down to what happens on the field at the end of the day. The players got to play, and it's certainly been working out for some teams, but like I said, it's so early. There's so much that could happen that we're just going to have to find out and wait and see. But in this one, we do see some changes for at least one of the sides here. And let's take a look at them before we get going. Here are the starting lineups. First, for the technically away team, Wario Muscles. We see a little bit of changes here, potentially. We got Yellow Magic Koopa on the mound today, having to switch out for Wario. Wario started the first 2 games, and then might have been a couple little adjustments in the batting order. But if there were, they were little. Now Yellow Magic Koopa there, and Wario goes to 2nd base. Now for the Waluigi Spitballs, things look pretty much the same as well for them. Hitting order is exactly the same, but Petey Piranha gets the nod today. Had an impressive little section last time, and team ERA is a 7.01. Team hitting, Waluigi Spitballs are at 345. The Wario Muscles at 479. And those hitting numbers definitely changed quite a bit since the last time. We were only through 1 game week. So now, with 2 game weeks down, nobody above 600. That is the lineup for the Waluigi Spitballs, and that's the lineup for our first 2 teams in game number 1 tonight. Folks, make sure you share with everybody that you know. I forgot to get this I was going to put a little preview up on TikTok. You know, it was a busy week. It's enough getting the graphics up and getting the actual broadcast together. But make sure you share with your friends and let them know that there's some wacky baseball going on. And, you know, at least we don't have gambling scandals here, you know? That's good. And guess what? You get to enjoy it in the comfort of your home for free. You ain't got to worry about regional networks or blackouts or anything like that. We're just here watching simulated baseball, and I think that's fun, and I hope you think it's fun too, and I hope you enjoy another six-pack of games. It's going to be a lot of good ones again tonight, and you always wonder who's going to be the hero. Will there be walk-off home runs? You got to think there's been going to be at least one. We've had one in the first 2 game weeks. You have to feel it's going to happen again. Let's see if it does. It happened to this stadium in Game 1, and now it's Wario versus Waluigi in the battle for Wario City. Let's get it on. There we go. And a big swing for Petey Piranha early here. But it's robbed. It's robbed at right center field for out number 1. Let's take another look at that. I know we were late in getting there, but man, Petey Piranha was taking a drive at that for sure. Petey Piranha is also tied amongst the home run leaders at 3 home runs, followed by Brown Critter with 2 home runs. But somehow this team is 0-2. We see that there was a little bit of an adjustment issue for him, as that one does get in the gap as well, and there will be 2 on with 2 out here early for the Spitballs as the owner steps in to the chat. Hey, Tim. Again, looking for a little bit of a difference in this one and hoping to change it up for his team. Nice play there. Sliding grab. And unfortunately, 2 are left stranded as the Waluigi Spitballs put up another goose egg after the top of the first. Here from Petey Piranha as Wario's up to the plate. Petey takes strike 1. Wario takes strike 1. Wario, his hitless, his hitting streak continued. Yellow Toad's going to go to the plate. Big throw at the plate is safe. And Wario takes the early lead, 1-0. We take another look at this. Wario, for a while, even into the game against Luigi, was on a perfect hitting streak as well, matching Blue Dry Bones, but that ended. He still is tied for the top of the lead, 8 for 9 this season, now 9 for 10 with that, as Waluigi will step in early. And, you know, I think that that's fair. A little bit of a stretch there for Petey, but maybe going to have to look at who you start second, as Tim will grab that in the right field, shallow right field for out number 1. Long from over, Tim. Brown Critter. Oh, there's the green shell, and Red Noki has to come off first base. That'll be an error on Brown Critter. Tried to go cover the bag, but it doesn't really matter. He missed it. And Waluigi now puts this one over the plate. Could have been the first grand slam of the season. Red Yoshi's not going to get there. Grand slam for Firehammer Bro. The first grand slam of the season. And already the battle for Wario City is in the hands of Wario. And Waluigi's getting tired already, especially after that bomb that Firehammer Bro just hit. Toadsworth, the old man, will ground a Brown Critter for out number 2. But, man, that could be tragic when it comes down to it. Homers in this ballpark have been a menace, but a nice play there by Petey Piranha to end the madness. But, oh, man. Tim Verge saying, people keep making league history against me. Shaking my head. I know. The history, there's history makers and there's history books. And right now, the Waluigi Spitballs, unfortunately, are the history book. But can, as the captain steps up now, hopefully, to change things up. And this is a nice contact swing. It'll get in the gap. Could be extra bases for Brown Critters. The Geyser shoots him up. It could be extra base for Waluigi. He needs to get to the base. He does get to the bag. And it's a double for Waluigi to start. Nice way to change things up for Red Koopa. And a big swing. Grabbed by Wario. Double play at second base. And there's 2 out already. So a nice switch around. You got to give credit to Wario. After missing the first one, he was able to get that second one well done. Huge, huge play there. Green Noki swings on the first one. Yellow Magic Koopa, the starter for the Wario Muscles, and he's 0-2. And not a bad second starter. Normally they would be starting Wario, but not a bad second starter. This one on the ground. Fire Hammer Bro. If it gets Green Noki, it will. That will end the inning. So 2 on second and third with nobody out. Ends up becoming nothing. And 1-1 here on Yellow Pianta. And he will get jammed inside, and Petey Piranha will gulp that up, and that will be the end of the inning. So a scoreless inning after a big 5 spot leaves it to be 5-0 as Petey Piranha almost hit a homer, got it robbed by Parker. He's due up in the top of the third. For you watching, thanks so much for hopping in and giving us a look. Petey Piranha trying it again, but Parker and Yellow Toad are there. Oh, and it's grabbed again. Parker robs again. It's been that way a lot with Parker. That outfield has been so tough this season with robbing homers. We haven't been able to keep a lot of stats on that necessarily, but you'd love to go back and take a look and see how many times that this side has robbed home runs off of strong hitters. 0-for-2 is Petey Piranha to start this game. Exactly what you didn't want, but Tim is 2-for-2. Green Noki's the only hitter on this team that has not put up a hit. Blue Yoshi, though, is not doing too well himself. He's 1-for-6 through 2 games. And he's going to be at least 1-for-7. He might have got one earlier, but that's grounded straight to short. 2 down now for Brown Critter. Top of the fourth, 6-0 here. Wario Muscles, this is the Waluigi Spitballs. Last chance potentially in the inning to get something going. Could be a home run. It's deep to center field. Yellow Pianta has to be the one to cover. Will they get there in time? Oh, he grabbed it on top of the head. How is that even possible? Parker does it again. I can't even believe that. That doesn't even seem fair. He glitched himself through the hat and grabbed it. Oh my God. The third time so far in this game, the big hitters get robbed, and the Spitballs have just not had anything go right for their season so far. It's just been a lot of heartbreak, and Tim's Me is turning it around. Red Yoshi showing a little bit of flash, but not going to work as Parker, the stellar outfielder, will grab it in center field. 1 down here, 2 on. You want to be able to get somebody maybe home to start the rally. Purple Toad, this is a good hit, but it's grounded for a 6-4-3 double play. And through 6 chances to bat, the Waluigi Spitballs have had no ammunition in this battle for Wario City. Of the 6 here, folks. Swung on this one, the 0-1. Big hit, Yellow Pianta. It could get there near the wall. It's gone. Solo shot for Yellow Pianta to make it 8-0. Yellow Pianta, you had a feeling he was going to maybe go yard today. Had a shot at it earlier. His second of the year. He's not even gotten a hit, I think, this season, potentially. She's grounded out twice in double plays. It won't be a third time, though. There's a hit. Going to be at least the first hit on the season. So bases loaded. Look, folks. Look. Look. Petey Piranha to get half of it back. He's had 2 home runs robbed. Here's a splitter. I don't think you want to swing at this one. And doesn't. Smartly done. Takes the 0-1. You want to look for your pitch. Off speed. Hit, star swing. It will get into the gap, and they will end the shutout. Red Koopa is going to come home with it and will be safe. That's a 2 RBI single. 8-2. 3-for-3. He could keep this rally going. Can't swing on the splitter on the first pitch unless you really like it. He really liked it, but unfortunately, it's straight to Fire Hammer Bro, and that is the ball game. Wario City stays with the guy who's named after it. Wario wins this one by a score of 8-2. A little bit of flash in the pan for Waluigi at the end, but to no avail. Was too far behind to make a difference. Game week 3 as I, my little shortcut that I was using for to change the backgrounds isn't working anymore. So you know what? I'm just going to click it, and we're going to go around the bend and travel through space and time to get to the mansion where the Luigi Knights have not allowed a run so far. Remember, the folks, their first home game was against my Birdo Bows, where they shut them out 4-0 thanks to, once again, great defense in the outfield. But things might change a little bit this time. Luigi does get the start, is going to start on the mound. And so the question is, will Fire Hammer Bro come in and become the second pitcher, the reliever, or how will things shake out really? And so that Luigi can either get back out into the outfield or a green colored player can get into the outfield, because right now, right center is a potential weak spot for home runs against the Bowser Monsters team that they know how to hit homers. Bowser blew out Donkey Kong on the road, I think like 12-6 if I'm not mistaken. And this could be a perfect step in maybe making the Bowser Monsters a part of the top 6 after tonight. And they could ruin the Luigi Knights' perfect season. But the Luigi Knights have the chance to become the first team to go to 3-0 on the season. And we'll find out if they do. But first, we got to know what the lineups are like. Starting with the Bowser Monsters, who I don't believe made a lot of changes. I want to say that Bowser pitched the first game, so Boomerang Bro pitched the second, and he will have one more, so he pitches the third tonight, starts things off. But otherwise, no changes in the order or in the field for the Bowser Monsters. Luigi Knights did make a couple of switches in hopes of maybe connecting the lineup a little bit better, or just trying to experiment a little bit and see what works. This team has not hit a home run this year, but they haven't had to. They're 2-0 thanks to some stellar defense and some quality hitting. They've hit 1 triple, but 24 singles, 26 hits. Batting .426 has gotten the job done. That combination can win championships. They're not blowing out teams, but they don't need to. Luigi gets the start at the mound. It will be interesting to see if they can keep it up. But the only way we can know if it comes true is by finding out and playing some ball. Game 2, Tristan's Bowser Monsters on the road against the Knights here in game week number 3. Second game of the night. Let's get it on. And so it's 2 on with 2 out as Green Magic Koopa will step up to the plate. Everybody on this team has at least hit 1 hit on the year. The Bowser Monsters have Gray Shy Guy, who's not hit 1. This one a pop up in the outfield, and again Tristan not able to get there, but Green Critter's going to go for home, and he gets tagged out at the plate. Green Critter a little too aggressive, and that will end the inning. Green Critter going for it, and you wonder if he didn't need to. Third base coach, whoever was there, told him to go home. But a nice play gets him out, ends the inning, leaves 2 stranded. It's 0-0 as Red Magic Koopa will have a leadoff single on the first pitch. And so far, the Luigi Knights have not put up 6 runs in either game that they played. And here's one that could get home. Red Magic Koopa's going to get home. A well-timed bomb. Bowser is going to make the trot home as well. That's a 2 RBI single for Blue Shy Guys. We take another look. It hits the gravestone. And they try to get to it. The error item helps him out huge just as Fire Hammer Bro was making the throw. And Bowser is able to get home thanks to that. I think he needed it because he probably would have got thrown out. So 2-0 here for the away team. As it's Monty Mole. Monty Mole after taking the first one. Will that stay fair? No, just foul. Again, they need a mow. I said that last time we were here. Can't tell where that line is. It's in the gap, though, as Green Critter does not make a dive for that. And again, it feels like second base is a little bit cursed. I wonder if there's a ghost there or something like that. Harder to make plays at second base in this ballpark for some reason. 2 on again with nobody out here for Boomerang Bro. Hit a home run, but it's going to be a ground. Oh, no, there's an error. And I'm thinking that might be some sort of negative chemistry there. I'm wondering if there is, or what the issue is, because Green Critter's acting a little bit strange. 0-2 now on Blue Magic Koopa, and the base is loaded after another error. But here's the tornado pitch. It's swung on. It's not going to get there in the gap, and it'll be 3-0 here. And this is honestly surprising, folks, because I haven't seen Green Critter act like this for this team. I feel like he makes a lot of stops. I just wonder if it might be the ballpark. Could be the negative chemistry, but as far as I know, there's not negative chemistry between those two players. It's 4-0 now, as that's a single by Blue Critter.
Again over his head, not able to make the play. Man, this is puzzling for me because this is just not something I remember this team. Maybe Mitch can correct me if this has happened a lot with Green Critter, but I don't remember it being the case. As Blue Toad now, it will be another single, and the Bowser Monsters are pouring it on, trying to get him out at first just for something, but it's 5-0, and there's nobody out with bases loaded for Tristan. I mean, what is going on here? I said this could get a little bit out of hand. It could be both teams above 6-7 runs, and it's going to be another single. They add on to it. I think you have to pull Luigi at this point and put in the Fire Hammer Bro, who's been pitching so well this season. But they put in Green Magic Koopa. Not a bad start, or not a bad option. Maybe you want to save Fire Hammer Bro, save his arm, save him for later. Red Magic Koopa will get that one in. And there's a ghost in their own ballpark. 2 come home. Tristan's going to try for home. No throw is made, and this is a 9-run inning. A 9-run bottom of the first for the Bowser Monsters, and Bowser's up to the plate, and it's right center field where they're not going to get to it. This is an 11-run inning. Bowser with his 4th of the year. And it's like the script has been flipped. The Poltergeists are haunting the Luigi Knights. They didn't allow a run in their first game. Not a single run in their first game. And all of a sudden it's 11-0. They go to Dark Bones. They've on their third pitcher. Nobody's even pitched an official inning yet. Now Green Critter can get it. And that's the first recorded out for this Luigi Knight side. Oh my God. MKF saying, can I resign? Unfortunately, no. There's no mercy in this thing. No mercy rule. You play all 7. And that one's going to get into the gap. And this Bowser Monster side is going to be able to have a chance to at least pad their scorecard. But hey, look, you never know. You never know. It's the first inning. If it's going to happen, if you're going to go down 11-0, I know it's not something you want to begin with, but if it's going to happen, as Luigi doesn't even fucking try to jump at that one's going to be a double for Fire Hammer Bro. And this is potentially one of the most ridiculous innings we've seen all season. You'd rather have it this inning because all you got to do is get a couple every inning after this and you can maybe make your way back. And there's the ghost. It's like this team doesn't even fucking know how to play here anymore. 13-0. This is tragic. Strike 1 on Blue Critter, who will hit this one to left field. That's high enough, and there's no error item. You can feel a little bit more safe that that's going to be an out. And so finally, there's 2 away. Like I said, the first 2 pitchers didn't even record a fucking out. They didn't even officially pitch part of the inning. 0-1 on Blue Toad, who's also hit a home run for this team. Grounded to Green Shy Guy. And that's the end of the first inning. 13 runs, a league record. Talking about history being made, there's the history makers, and right now, the Knights are the book. Berto Bo's at the Peach Monarchs, first time at the Ice Garden. Grounded to second base. That is the end of the game, and I'm sure Mitch will be happy that it's over and unhappy that it happened. But Tristan, in all of this confusion, has got to be happy. For the second straight week, his Bowser Monsters put up double digits. It's 17-1, the final. Technically, even though Wario was still at home tonight, the 2 away teams have won so far. Will we make it a third? I don't know. The only way we can know is by finding out. And let's get it rolling here as the Berto Bows, I believe, are going to bat first. Game number 3. Game week 3. It's the Berto Bows to get us rolling with Red Yoshi, the leadoff hitter. As the orchestra plays us, and Jeff makes the first pitch, and he goes straight to Peach for the first. And we'll see them on first and second with either nobody out or 1 out. It is so impressive what they've been able to pull off. And now can Blue Pianta do something with it here in the bottom of the first at home. Here's the first pitch in for a strike. Red Magic Koopa again at the plate. We'll see if he can hold on to this as it's lying to Green Critter. Double play, 6-4 to the Critters. Nice job to prevent any damage, and a quick inning number 1 leaves us scoreless. This one swung on by me, but this one's going to pull foul as well into the balcony. I better duck my goddamn head. Jesus. It's on my side. 0-2. Swing on. Grounded to Peach. Got the 6-4-3 right as the fire came by. Good play. And not perfect, but scoreless. Red Shy Guy on the edge of the bat. Baby Peach grabs it, avoids the fire, and that is another inning down. Scoreless for the Birdo Bows. It is 0-0. They're batting right now at least .355. Didn't make a huge improvement, but enough. They were batting .130, the Bows were. The Peach Monarchs, as it's Jeff to take ball 1, came into this game batting .351. So very similar. It could be a defensive battle according to the stats. And that's exactly what happened there. Green Critter robbing another one off the pitcher, Jeff. So the batting and the batting stats at least dictate that these two teams are very similar. And so this is what we could be in for, folks. Blue Critter takes ball 1. Big hit here. Could be nice contact. Could be extra bases. It's a little bit harder to get to it. These singles are going to turn into doubles, maybe triples. Getting that one in as this outfield feels a lot deeper. Like I said, the first time we've really had a chance at seeing this field, and it's going to be a lot harder for the outfield to get to those balls in the gap. And homer. So this is definitely it could be a batter's or at least a contact hitter's stadium. 1-1 here, Paragoomba. It is going to get into the gap. Can I stop it? I will. And so runners on the corners with 1 away. Huge spot here early for the Peach Monarchs to take the lead. They had the lead early in the first game of their season against the Morrow Fireballs, then lost it on the road. Pink Yoshi, that one is going to stay fair. They'll get a run in. An RBI single for Pink Yoshi. They're up 1-0. To move. You had to play him there because you want to play Red Magic Koopa and you like the Critters in the infield. I think that's just a gamble and just a calculation you have to take. Even though Shy Guy's a little bit slow out there as it's Green Dry Bones to continue the hit. And that's off the head of me. It's going to be extra bases. It could be a triple. Could it be an inside to Parker? He's got to get it in there. It won't be an inside to Parker, but that turns into a triple. A routine single is going to turn into a triple thanks to all the slipperiness out there. And I cause an error. 1 out here for the other Dry Bones. The infield's got to be focused on getting the lead runner. It's going to be a bit of a timing game here, but this one is going to get to the outfield. It's down. And Green Dry Bones does not run with that. I think was just a tad bit, I don't know, you're thinking about the sack fly there, right? So I don't blame him, but you maybe would have thought he would have went. And right now, Red Magic Koopa is not getting every ball over the plate, trying to pitch him fancy. This one will be a fly out and a nice throw by me, recovering from that triple. And so there's 2 outs here on runners at first and third. And this is swung on and grabbed by Red Critter. And a runner at third early does not prove to be anything, as Green Dry Bones may have played a little bit conservative there with his base running. Really think he could have made this a 2-0 game, but that's not what it is. It's 1-0. Oh, and it's off the back of Red Critter. Tried to dive for it. Probably an error on him. Don't know if he needed to dive for that. And so there's 2 on, and Pink Yoshi is going to show bunt here. Pulls it back, and it's a strike. Bunting to advance the runners, it kind of makes sense, but now pulling it back as it's 0-2. Will we see a star pitch from Red Magic Koopa? No, it's over the plate. It's grabbed by Red Critter. 2, gets 3, triple play, and that's the end of the inning. The second triple play of the night. And it remains a 1-run game. We're embroiled in this one in the Garden. As we see for the second time tonight, the owners face off. First pitch, swung on the ground. Oh, and it's missed by Baby Peach. And Blue Critter has to take a second. And the ice is going to allow me to get to second base on the error. And so Baby Peach should have had that one. But like I said, it's slippery out here. Error-prone stadium now. Red Shy Guy with a runner in scoring position. Swings on this one. It's in the gap. But it's grabbed by Peach. And there's the double play. You knew it was going right toward him. So what the fuck was I doing? Unbelievable. 2 out quickly here for the captain, who's back up here towards the bottom of the order. She is in the, I believe, the 7th spot. So now Grace Shy Guy to try and turn things around. But man, oh man, it's looking a bit rough. This team has hit 3 home runs, though. 2 from Red Critter and 1 from King K. Rool. And Baby Peach misses another one. Unfortunate situation as she gets frozen there right at the end. Hopefully she can thaw out before Red Magic Koopa steps up to the plate. Red Magic Koopa also disappointing. I believe 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 now after his first at-bat. The 0-1. Big hit. Oh, but it's going to pull foul to the left. Line drive left there. So 0-2 here with 2 on. If it gets down, it'll be good. Will Burrow decide to go for home? No, she won't. It's a single which loads the bases. Big spot here for Jeff. He's allowed no runs. But this is a critical moment as we head back to the top of the order. It could get messy if Red Yoshi is able to get a hit on this one. Grounder to Peach. And why do you even choose to swing at that one? Red Yoshi, just disappointing pitch selection. He's probably like 2 for 10 on the season so far. He was 2 for 8 coming into the game. 5 straight zeros and 3 stranded. Season for this team. I know there's not been any wins, but he's been a highlight as this one is deep to center field. Got to run and get to it. Sliding back and grabbing it is me for the 3rd out as we head to the top of the 6th and what has been an interesting defensive baseball game. It feels like, a bit more traditional baseball in a way or something to that effect. Top of the 6th power section of the lineup. Can Jeff maintain his position here? Has pitched 5 shutout innings. Green Critter, though, this is going to get into the gap. It will be 2, as that one's going to be far. Green Critter's going to get 2, as Pink Yoshi needs to get to it. The bomb is there, does get it off. Thought about going for 3, but stays at second. Stand-up double to lead off the inning, and now King K. Rool, with a runner in scoring position, can tie the game or take the lead, but he's not hit very well. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Off speed, though. Ooh, I really would like to swing on the first pitch there, King, but it does not. This second pitch, though, is swung on. Will Pink Yoshi run into the ice guy? He will, but he's still going to get to it. The pow ball doesn't matter. You're not going to tag up. Green Critter will tag up. It's going to be a play at 30, and safe. Peach gets frozen. Nice tag up by Green Critter to get him into scoring position at 3rd, with Red Critter now only needing a single. This one, Green Critter can tag up on the sac fly and tie the game. It's caught by Pink Yoshi, and the Fire's not going to allow him to get the ball in. 1-1 here. A tie ball game at the Garden as some smart base running. A tag up from second by Green Critter. Fundamentals, folks. I know we've had some players have some tough base running, and a lot of times they just go way too early and run into double plays. But now 2 out here for me. Jeff allowing his first run of the night. What a game this is, folks. Could be going to extra innings. I would not be surprised with just how things are going. But I do get on base with 2 out here for Red Shy Guy. Maybe he can make something happen. He will make something happen. There's 2 on as the boo ball gets past Pink Yoshi. He doesn't even look at it. I'm going to get to 3rd. I'm going to try. Oh, I thought about going for home, but instead I stay there. I almost think that you could have been aggressive considering the situation we're in. But now Birdo needing a single. She's 2 for 7, I think. Here, heading to this critical at-bat, but she uses her star swing for the first time this season, and it's going past Peach. She misses it. 1 run comes home to take the lead, and Red Shy Guy will get home. 2 RBI single. What a time. We haven't seen Birdo use her star swing all season, but right there was the perfect time to pull it out. I've been critical of her not using her star pitches in the right moments, but that is a critical at-bat for this Birdo Bose team to take the lead on the road. And Jeff has not been doing very much wrong, but that was just good timing there for Birdo. Fly out to left field. No, it gets down, and this 2-out rally will continue here in the top of the 6th. With Red Magic Koopa in the 9 spot. If you get him on, you could get Red Yoshi back up, which I guess I don't want that. So how about you just hit a homer here, Red Magic Koopa. This one is going to line drive, though, to Baby Peach. Nice save there to stop things. It could have gotten a lot worse. Birdo do it as Jeff is up to the plate. There's been a lot of scenarios where they grounded into double plays. They will switch him out. It should be Berto going in there. It is. I think this is a perfect chance for her to make the save for this Berto Bo side. It's what you need to do. First pitch, swung on. It's right to Red Critter. There's the double. There's another triple play to end the inning. Unbelievable. Red Critter grabs it, makes the tag, gets 2, and throws it to first. The second triple play of the game prevents any more runs, and they're going to have one more try to get an insurance run. What a situation we just saw there, folks. What a play that could decide the game. Now, Red Yoshi, you might as well just count it as 1 out because he hasn't done anything in his game. I expect it to be a ground out or a fly out. It's not. He somehow gets a single. Man, finally a hit for him as here comes the power section of the lineup. This is a good time for him. Again, insurance runs are possible, but man, I'm kind of wondering if this stadium might not be good for homers. We haven't seen anybody get close. As D.A. Burns says, I sense some bias from the announcer. You know, 60-40, right? 60-40. Trying to be fair. 2 on, nobody out. King K. rule. Here's a swing. It's swung on. Big hit. It's going to get to the wall. I don't know if it's going to get gone, but it stays fair. Gets down. Red Yoshi's coming home. The pow ball gets there. And that's a triple from the King. A triple from King K. Rule could prove to be the big thing that closes this game out. It doesn't get all the way there, and I do think, folks, that this is going to be a difficult ballpark to hit a true home run in. I definitely think you could hit an inside the Parker in this ballpark, but not today. You're not going to get a homer. Peach comes in, might have needed to come in a little bit earlier, but how can you complain with Jeff's performance today at the mound? I think you got to start him in Game 4. He pitched very well to get to this point. 6 innings, 5 runs allowed, but I really do think the scoreboard is not telling the whole story about his performance today. Red Critter, this one's going to get into the gap. King K. Rule is going to get home. No outs, 6-1, and the Berto Bows are looking like they're wrapping and putting a bow on this game. I'm in there, and I'm going to hit a single as well. They're 2 on again with nobody out. Man, the floodgates open right at the end here. It was an incredible defensive battle, and now 6 runs in the last 2 innings for the Bows, as here's Red Shy Guy going to hit this in the gap, and the bases are loaded again, with Burrow up to the plate, who hit the critical one to take the lead for this team. Nobody out, folks, as she hits one into the gap. It gets down, but Red Critter doesn't run. He, for some reason, was waiting on that. I don't really understand that, but luckily the error item allows him to get home. That was a little bit close. 7-1 here for the Bows as it's a strike here on Gray Shy Guy. Boy, it looked like this Berto Bows team was not going to do anything at the plate today, but instead they crack it open and put up 7 runs in the last 2 innings here. 1 out, though, and maybe we can get out of this inning if you're the Peach Monarchs. But it's not going to get out. But I don't run for home. What the fuck was I doing again? Out there and couldn't add another one. We got to really start thinking about when there's bases loaded, you just run. You just run. It's fundamental of baseball. As Red Yoshi takes a star swing at that one off of the head, and I can't believe Lakitu didn't call that a fair ball. It was at first base. It was inside and went off the first baseman. Don't understand that one. Questionable call if I've ever seen one. Another star swing goes foul, and Red Yoshi's trying to fight this off. 0-2 with 2 out. A third star pitch. Another swing, and it's in the gap. Red Yoshi pulls that out of his ass, and it's 8-1. What a time to fight that off. You save the star swings for the right time. Baby Peach will come in to try and at least close this. Top of the 7th out. Green Critter. Big swing, but it's going foul again. And another ball into the balcony for the fans. You can't deny that the fans have been getting some souvenirs tonight. Green Critter will take a ball, so 1-1. Here, top of the 7th, 8-1. This one could be deep, but again, folks, a lot different ballpark. It's not going to get gone. Blue Critter underneath that one. That is 3, but an incredible last 2 innings for the Bows when they put up 5 scoreless. 1 chink in the armor, and like Achilles' heel, they just go right at it. So now, needing 7 runs of the Monarchs, and they have not been able to do something like that. Grabbed by Red Magic Koopa at third for the first out. The Monarchs have not been able to put up 7 runs in a game. But like I said, you never know. This is a great ballpark. I think that they're going to have a tough time with other teams, or other teams rather, going to have a tough time playing at this ballpark, considering the singles that they could provide. But the defense doing just enough for this Berto Bo side to potentially lock up the win, as this one's on the ground. A red critter for the 1-2-3. What a game that was. The final score does not really tell the story of this game, but the Berto Bows escape the Garden and win on the road 8-1. They improved to 2-1 on the season, and the Monarchs can't find a win. They're 0-3. Welcome back, folks, to our 4th game of the night here, and this one is going to be nighttime at Yoshi Park, as the Yoshi Eggs, I believe, technically are at home for the first time this season. They were on the road at the Daisy Flowers, and they were on the road at Warrior City, where last week, folks, to be quite frank, they should have won that game, or at least brought it to extra innings. Down 5-0. Red Noki did not run after a single at third, which seems to be a big problem for a lot of these teams about third base and when you need to run. And Red Noki cost that team a run, but then she hit a 3 RBI triple to keep him in the game. So it's like, in one way she kept him in the game, in one way she took him out of the game and cost them the game, because they were at 4-5, and Brown Critter, I believe, somebody, yeah, maybe it was Brown Critter or their Critter. Hold on, I'm looking at their lineup. Red Critter gets picked off at third in scoring position, and that's the end of the game. It was a tragic way to end that game. However, a new day has arrived, and they needed to arrive here for the Yoshi Eggs. There's just not been a lot. They got blown out. Most runs put up on any team this season, 18 runs. You need something to spark a run for this Yoshi Egg side. And look, they have some of the pieces to do it. You have 2 big hitters in Red Critter and Red Pianta. You have some decent fielders in there. You just need to find a way to hold the line today. And honestly, they're facing a group in the Diddy Monkeys that had to switch up their outfield thanks to the pitching rule that no pitcher can pitch more than 2 games in a row. The outfield for the Diddy Monkeys is blown up a little bit. So both sides could have a hard time robbing home runs today, which means it's really anybody's ball game here. The Diddy Monkeys, as we take a look at the standings, are one of the 4 teams that are 2-0. And when you ask Dave at the end of the draft who won and who lost in the draft, he admitted in some regard that he lost in the draft. But a home run, a game-winning homer, walk-off by King Boo, and King Boo has led this team, both at the mound and at the plate, to a 2-0 season so far, and they're in the top 4. Not losing right now after the dust has settled through 2 games. Can they keep it going? Can they stay 3-0? We've already had one of the undefeated teams, the Ouija Knights, get knocked off. There's only 3 left, and let's see if the Diddy Monkeys stay that way. But first, let's take a quick look at the lineups. The Diddy Monkeys, as I said, had to do a little bit of switching around. Nothing really, I would say, in the lineup, in the batting order, but they did do a bit of switching in the outfield in hopes that you can get Diddy Kong back out. King Boo's going to take the reliever spot, and maybe you can have a little bit of home run defense again. But King Boo is out in left field tonight. Dave is at first. Green Hammer Bro at third. But otherwise, the hitting order I don't think is crazy different. Meanwhile, for the Yoshi Eggs, I do believe that there were some switches for this team. A couple of our teams might have made some switches. Baby Luigi out in right field. Baby Daisy is pitching for her 2nd game in a row after Yoshi pitched game 1. And Red Pianta at first. Red Critter picking the 3rd base spot. And Red Shy Guy out in left field. Then Eli is the catcher. Eli in the 5 spot. A little bit more chemistry, I think. I want to say that he tooled with this lineup, this batting lineup a little bit. And so we might see some more air items out of this team. And I really think that the power is going to be in the 3, 4, 5 section here. 3, 4, 5, and 6, I expect to be where the big part of the hits come for this side. But yet again, as we take a look at the team batting averages, we've got the Yoshi Eggs batting at 365 towards the bottom of the league with the Bows and the Monarchs that we just saw. Meanwhile, Diddy Monkey's not doing too bad. Middle of the pack, maybe, about middle of the pack, batting 474. Only a 3.5 ERA through 2 games, and the Yoshi Eggs with a 6.99, so about a 7 ERA through 2 games. Those are the lineups. 4th game of the night. Let's get it rolling here at Yoshi. Maybe it is an error for Yoshi, as there's one on here for Dave. And Dave with a big swing. Dave with a giant swing. It's going to get gone. Dave is the second me to hit a home run in the SSSL this season. And it's a 2-run shot, and they take the lead early. The second me to hit a homer in this league. It was over the plate, and it's 2-0. Down. King Boo 0 for 1 with a bad swing to start, but that's not a bad swing. That's a great swing. It's going to be a double at least, probably. No, just a single for him, but Diddy Kong will turn second and go to third. So there's runners on the corners here for Red Koopa with 1 out. The first pitch from Yoshi, in for a strike. Red Koopa has been not bad, 4 for 7 coming into the game. This team is batting 474, and Red Koopa will add to it as it gets down. King Boo a little bit slow to getting to second. I almost wonder if you needed to throw to second there to try to get King Boo rather than throwing to Red Koopa, who might be a little bit faster. But the home run hitter will get this one to Red Noki. Can they turn a double play? They will end the inning. Disappointing hit from Dave after the 2-run shot. Grounds into a double play, and Red Noki's able to get the Yoshi Eggs out of the inning scoreless. Out in the 1-0 here on Red Shy Guy. Contacted. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. And it's still 2-0 after 2. Could we expect a single here to load the bases? It will be a single to load the bases as Red Noki makes a diving effort but can't get it. And now bases loaded for Tiny Kong. She did, I believe, ground out into a double play last inning. It won't be a ground out. It will be a line out, though, not tagging up. And so that will be 1 away. Bases loaded, 1 out for Diddy Kong. Would be a good time to use a star swing. We saw it work really well with Birdo earlier. You have 5. You might as well use it if you like the pitch. He is going to use it. In a big spot with bases loaded. It's curving. They're not going to get to it. Green Hammer Bro is going to come home. Oh, and the Yoshi's going to come home. Close play at the plate. He is safe. Safe at the plate. And it's 4-0. All things considered. 2 out here. Alec, this writing content is keeping me from doing homework. I know. But it's a Friday, though. Why are you doing homework? I know you've definitely worked a lot harder probably than I did in school. I got to admit to you. Line out there to short. That's the end of the inning. Who hit the double. I'm going to count it as a double because there was so much crap going on over there. And Baby Daisy, it's going to go into the product plant. We know what can happen when this happens. It spits out in a different area. It's fair. Baby Luigi's going to get home, and a perfectly contacted hit by Baby Daisy gets her an RBI and makes this 5-1. Baby Daisy came into the game 2 for 8, and that's her second RBI on the year. The piranha plants at Yoshi Park are doing well. Those are a good place to put those. If you can get them in the gap, it's huge. Now, Red Pianta with Baby Daisy in scoring position could help cut the gap here. Off speed. It's swung on. It's a big hit. Will it get to the wall? Is it over the head of Dixie? No, she just misses the train. And that's the end of the inning. So just 1 off of the Baby Daisy RBI to add to the lead. The 0-1 is swung on and is not grabbed by Baby Daisy. That'll be a single. RBI single, 6-1. And now with Diddy up and the possibility of another star swing, you have to pull him. And now putting Red Pianta in there. So Yoshi on, or rather it was Baby Daisy that only pitched for 2/3 of an inning. And then Yoshi allowed 4 through about 2 and maybe a third. And now Diddy Kong will add to it as there is the banana. Blue Yoshi won't take advantage of it. RBI single for Diddy, 7-1. Dixie Kong on the ground. There will be 2, but that is going to be essentially a sack. I would call it a sack hit in a way, which gets another run home. 8-1 for King Boo now with Tiny Kong on third. Just needs a single big swing. A heater. Foul to the right. The 0-1 is grounded and grabbed by Yoshi. So it's 8-1. They added more runs, 3 runs to be certain in that inning in the top of the 4th. The Yoshi Eggs were able to score 1 last inning. Now you have Red Critter coming up. It's always possible. You need to try and at least keep pace with them in this inning if you want to have a shot here in the bottom of the 4th. As there's a big swing for Red Critter to lead off the at-bat, and there's no chemistry there. That one, if it gets gone, it's on the top of the wall. The foul ball will get him down. Red Critter is going to get to third. The train gets there just in time. Good throw by King Boo, but it's not in time, and it's a safe triple for Red Critter. With going into this game would have been the Birdo Bows. 0-1 for Red Shy Guy. He's going to take a drive. Can they catch it this time? They will. What a defensive play. And that is the ownership group making the right decision at the right time. They get the chemistry in left field, and they rob the homer to keep this game out of arm's length reach of the Yoshi Eggs. That would have been 2, but instead, it's nothing for Eli. Eli desperately needs to get something going here for his team. He could. There's the train, and they're not going to get it. 3-run shot for Eli, the 3rd me home run of the season, and it comes for Eli in a big time. Could this be the start of their comeback story here at home? They lost a heartbreaker last week in a comeback effort down 5. They were 1 run shy. And maybe, just maybe, that 3-run shot might be the shot in the arm they need. They don't have a lot of time, but now it's a 5-run game. You never know. With the 2-run shot to right field, tall in right field, he takes strike 1 for Red Pianta, who has been not too bad in his closing effort tonight. This is a pop fly. It does get down for Baby Luigi, and that is a single as well. Runners on first and second as we get to Green Hammer Bro. Tough person to have up if you're trying to prevent a scoring chance here. If you're trying to get out of this inning, keeping it 9-4. And this could be the ball game. It's a huge shot. Will it get gone? They can't reach it. Paratroopa doesn't have the wings. And that will seal it. 3-run shot from Green Hammer Bro to make it 12-3. Or 12-4, rather. But instead, Baby Daisy will swing on this one and foul it off and be down to her last strike here in game number 4 of the night at home. Contacted the Blue Yoshi. That is the ball game. 12-4, your final score here at Yoshi Park. The Eggs dropped to 0-3 on the season, and the Diddy Monkeys are our first team to improve to 3-0. Welcome back, folks, to the SSSL for game number 5 as we're on the Daisy Cruiser at night for the first time. It's our second time here, but the first time at night here on the Cruiser. We've got another interesting one as the DK Wilds, who I can tell as we take a look at the starting lineups, have made some adjustments. This team is, I think, a different look. I mean, maybe some slight adjustments in the batting order, but I think the adjustments come in the field a lot more, where you're seeing Peter out there in right field. Boo is going to be on the mound after it going Boo and then Yellow Shy Guy. I think DK and Peter in our conversations was really talking about looking at the team, and I think after the last time we saw this team, it was probably smart to not start Yellow Shy Guy again. You got the Yoshis there on the left half of the diamond. Yellow Magic Koopa, a good spot in the second base spot, pretty standard. Brown Critter getting placed out in left field, and then DK in center field. Now for the home team, the Daisy Flowers, who have just been running through teams left and right so far. 2-0, have put up basically 25 or 26 runs. I think one of those 26 was an unearned run. But they've been just crushing it. There's no doubt about that. You've still got pretty much this. Well, let me take that back. You thought that they would just come out with the same lineup because it hasn't, nothing's been broken here, right? But this team drafted off vibes is always looking to vibe check and see what they can change and do better. And the vibes have shifted. Boomerang Bro does pitch again for this team. However, I think the big changes are out in the field and in the lineup, where we see a switch with Toadette getting to second and Blooper starting off. Blue Dry Bones in third. Funky Kong now in fourth, I believe. That might be different, might be the same. Wiggler batting sixth and out in center field after, I believe, being at third base last time. Again, folks, my memory fails me a little bit. But, yeah, this lineup looks different. It looks different to me. The vibes are different. But will the vibes stay the same when it comes to winning baseball? They've certainly been doing it, putting up big homers. I mean, if we look at their stats, they put up, actually, surprisingly, they have only put up 3 home runs, but it's been all their hits. They're batting .524, which is among the league's best, and they've just had everybody's number so far. And will they have the DK Wild's number tonight? Again, you see that there's some hitting power there in the Critter and the Donkey Kong, but nobody so far has had an answer for the Flowers. And we'll see if anybody does this time as we head to our 5th of 6. It's DK at Daisy. That one, Toadette coming into this game 6 of 11. And here's Donkey Kong. As we look at the team stats for Donkey Kong's batting actually pretty well. As here's a big drive. Could be an early start to the game. They're not going to get to it in time. It was too fast. Donkey Kong home run. His 2nd of the year. And could it spell early doom in the water for the Daisy Flowers? Are the seas a little rough early? 2-0 for the Wilds, and Peter's got to be happy that his team has finally put up something big here to start. They lost a close one against the Bowser Jr. rookies in game number 1, and last week it just wasn't going their way as they ended up losing 12-6 to a newly found Bowser Monsters. Ground out to short, that is 2. But it's still a great inning nonetheless. As Donkey Kong 7 for 8 on the year. This one in the gap for Yellow Yoshi, who has also been doing okay. Now 4 for 7. But Donkey Kong has been carrying this team on his back. But surprisingly enough, who we'll see in a little while, Yellow Shy Guy coming into this game 5 for 6. Don't know if I would have said that. 4 singles and a double for him. Brown Critter the 0-2. Boomerang Bro. Big swing. Oh, man. The fish takes him out. Will it get gone? It will. Goodbye. What is going on? A DK Wilds team with 2 straight 2-run shots. 2 times 2 is 4. Huge shot there, and it is 4-0. What a hit there. Can you believe it? The DK Wilds are coming out huge here. Play at third. That will be the 3rd out. But a completely different look. This team's hit 4 runs. They only hit 4 runs in the entire first game. And now they put up 4 in the top of the first. The first inning for some teams tonight has been a godsend, and it certainly is one right now. But the Daisy Flowers, remember, folks, they put up 26 this year. There's no doubt that they're going to have something to say about this. As here's Blooper. Doesn't get in the gap, but Yellow Yoshi, big play there. What a play. Nice arm. Gets it in time for the first. Toadette now. Daisy Flowers here are going to get... Ooh, no, that flew out. So 0-2. 2 people out quick. Toadette is 6 for 12 so far this season. They've had the most at-bats of any team. They've been able to get around the order a lot, just thanks to all the runs they've been scoring. That was Toadette's 12th at-bat, and Blooper would have had his 12th at-bat just a moment ago. Here's Blue Dry Bones now with a big swing on the edge of the bat. Will it stay fair? Oh, it does stay fair. Luquito says fair. And that's going to be on with a base hit for Blue Dry Bones, who also, by the way, continues his hitting streak. He had the game-winning homer in the 8-6 extra runs game at Bowser Jr. last week. And that's 3 there. It's not looking exactly like it's going to go that way this time. They won on the road, the Daisy Flowers did, in extra innings with a walk-off homer why he went back. But nonetheless, the error leads to 2 on with nobody out. So the Daisy Flowers hold on off the edge of the bat. Red Paratroopa is going to get that one in. Boomerang Bro is going to get home, and it will be 5-1 as it's going to be a double for Red Paratroopa here in the bottom of the second. Oh boy, folks, if you've been sticking around, there's one person watching this thing, and God bless you for sticking around. I think you're about to get a treat in this one. The Daisy Flowers have been putting on a show, and they might be in for a big section here. Ethan has been hitting very well himself this year. Or actually, he's been doing okay, but he at least had a couple of singles to add to it. He's 2 for 9. He's been pitching well, mainly. Not going to get the double play as Yellow Yoshi. But Ethan, when he came in to pitch, he was able to pitch through 12 innings, only allow 5. All things considered, is pretty well done. Daisy and Funky Kong, the only other pitchers here for that. Strike here on Daisy with 1 out. Pickoff attempt no good. Runners on second and third, so no force out. Maybe want to try and get this to the right part of the field, or you can hit it gone. You can hit a homer, and it's a 1-run game. Daisy, 3-run shot, and we got a ball game for this one, folks. 3-run shot to opposite field in left field, and we have got a barn burner on our hands. 5-4 early here in the bottom of the second. A 4-run inning to start for the DK Wilds. Now you got to pull Boo after starting 2. He's allowed 4. And DK has stepped into the spot here to try and get him out of the inning. 1 out here for Blooper, who hits a big one. This one could get gone too. But, oh, no, it's off the wall. I thought that was going to be grabbed for an out by Brown Critter. But he's on with 1 away. Toadette now. Blooper is 6 for 12, I believe, at least. And now that one's grabbed by Yellow Yoshi. He's too slow, as I said. Slower than the other Yoshis to make the play, but he does get the out there and make it 2 outs here with Blue Dry Bones. Can he keep it a perfect 10 for 10? Takes pitch 1 for a strike. He's 9 for 9 in the season, is perfect throughout so far, and this will keep him perfect. 10 for 10 is Blue Dry Bones. He gets on base and gets Blooper to third with 2 out. Potential tying run here is at third base, and Funky Kong, who has the most RBIs of anybody with 2 homers, as Nick Bell joins us at a perfect time. It's good to see you, Nick. Welcome in. Make sure to drop us a subscribe on my channel and follow us on TikTok at Super Sluggers, and he's going to add 3 more. 3rd home run of the year, and it's totally flipped this game around. What a way to start it. It's a huge inning for the Daisy Flowers to try and keep their undefeated season alive. 3-run shot to center, 3rd of the year, and he has a league-leading 13 RBIs. 7-5, and we're only in the 2nd inning. Crazy stuff here. 2 out for Boomerang Bro. Pulls that one just foul on the first base line. 0-1 here for Donkey Kong, trying to get him out of the inning. Big hit from the barrel, and it's at the wall. Boomerang Bro, does he get to second? He will. He's safe at second with a stand-up double, and the 2-out rally continues. For Wiggler, I cannot believe the scoring in this one so far. 7-5. It was 5-0 DK, and now Wiggler's going to help this one out. Boomerang Bro's going home. It's 8-5 the other way. An 8-run inning. Unreal stuff right now. I got to catch my breath, folks. This is something. Red Paratroopa with 2 out and 1 on. Got to get out of the inning if you're DK. It is a must. Donkey Kong, barrel pitch that just got swung on huge. It's swung on again over the head of Yellow Magic Koopa, and they continue. Wiggler's going to turn and go for third, and he's safe at third. Runners on the corner still. You got to get out of the inning, but Ethan's a good person to have up. Hasn't been doing too well in the average department. Off speed, swung on, fly out to right field. That will end the inning. They were up 5-0, the DK Wilds, but they just blew it. 8 runs there in the second, but they can answer with continues to impress and has helped carry this team. And Boo will get this one fair. Yellow Magic Koopa, though, does not decide to go home. He stays back. But with bases loaded, it could be grand slam time for Peter. Peter's not had a great season. It's on the ground, but again an error by Toadette. She was so good in the first 2 weeks, but now we're at 8-6. Another error from her is brutal, all things considered. And now it's bases loaded and Daisy getting tired. Baby DK up. Big hit! Baby DK could be the second grand slam, but they have chemistry. It's in the wall, robbed by Wiggler. But Yellow Shy Guy's going to tag up and get home and make it a 1-run game. What an insane game we have going on here, folks. Rubbed at the wall thanks to the chemistry and the tall body of that Wiggler. But the tag up will get Yellow Shy Guy home, and it's a 1-run game. 8-7. Top of the third as Donkey Kong, who hit a homer earlier, hit a 2-run shot for his second of the year, is up at the plate again, and Daisy says, fuck that shit, I'm out. Fuck that shit, I'm out. As it's Blue Dry Bones with, I believe, his first pitching appearance of the season. Down the middle, big drive. Will they get there this time? It's at the wall. It could be at the warning track. And it's caught for out number 3. So luckily no more damage. But hey, the DK Wilds come back and respond well with 2 of their own. It's 7-8 to prevent any double from happening. But it doesn't matter. He's on base with the home run hitter up at the plate. He's had so many RBIs this year. And his 3rd homer already in this game. It won't be number 4, but it will get down for a base hit or more as Boo misses it. Tough one to make in the gap. And Blue Dry Bones is going to try for home. Oh, no, he pulls back at the last moment. Good throw to save a run there potentially. But the problem is there's nobody out with Boomerang Bro and runners on second and third. And he'll take strike 1. Pickoff attempt there, no good. 0-2 here on Boomerang Bro. Off speed, star pitch. Star swing and response. Grab by DK, double play. And that's a huge way to clear the bases. It was really scary spot there. But the star swing still caught by the big man. And it's 2 out now with 1 on. So a ground out here will end the inning and keep it a 1-run game. Or a line out too. That's an option as well. Lines out to Yellow Yoshi. And again, incredible defense there by the DK Wilds. We are in a game here. Somebody would have said Yellow Shy Guy was going to be one of this team's hitting leaders, but he is. And now with 2 on and nobody out, here's Boo. We'll take a big drive. It could get over the wall. Oh my God, it's just foul. That looked like it could stay fair with how hot it was going. Contact swing. It's over in left field. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Blue Dry Bones here. And this is another big spot in this game. So many huge opportunities. Peter is at the plate with a chance to take the lead. We've only seen 1 grand slam so far tonight. We thought it could have been a second. It's going to be a double play, but it doesn't matter. We have tied the ball game at 8 thanks to that hit. Now, baby DK. Like I said, a grand slam got robbed at the wall earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Baby DK on the ground. That will be the end of the inning. 1 run there, luckily, thanks to bases loaded, nobody out. It didn't matter. The sack hit gets somebody home. And we are tied at Snowmen. 8-8. Bottom of the 5th here from Yellow Magic Koopa. And there's 2 on. Nobody out for Daisy, who hit a homer earlier. She hit a 3-run shot. It's on the ground. Grabbed by Donkey Kong. 4-6-3. And there's again the same situation. 2 out with somebody on third. Here is Blooper now. Steele, they're going to try and do a squeeze bunt to take the lead. It's to DK. They don't need to go for it. The squeeze bunt doesn't work. Tried to tempt DK, baby DK. They're trying to tempt a baby and take candy from it, essentially. Testing his IQ, but he's been trained well by his brethren Donkey Kong to throw that one to first for the force out and end the inning. We are tied at 8. Top of the 6th. Donkey Kong hit a homer earlier. Can he do it again to help his team take the lead? Peter is looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-2. Ground out, though, is not going to help. The DK Wilds are 0-2. The Daisy Flowers are trying to remain undefeated. Teal Yoshi has been, quite frankly, shit this year. Off speed for him. On the ground, it's 2 out. Here's Yellow Yoshi now. Yellow Yoshi's been a little bit better for this side, but it's over the head of Toadette. And, man, I know you're kind of giving Toadette a little bit of credit from the first 2 games of the season, but she is struggling right now at short. I don't know what it is tonight. Brown Critter on the star pitch to take the lead. They don't have chemistry in right field, but it doesn't matter. Wiggler's tall enough to grab the fly out in center. 2 away here with Funky Kong. This would be huge if you could get this one. He could hit a second homer of the day. It's a big drive, but it's not big enough. That is a fly out to center. We are headed to the 7th inning, tied at 8. Another classic on our hands. The DK Wilds could do something about it. Nobody scored a lot here in the last 3 or so innings. Only 1 run scored after we scored 15 combined in the first 3. So now here is Yellow Magic Koopa down 0-1. But this is going to be a fly out to right if Red Paratroopa gets there, which he will. Blue Dry Bones is trying to hang on for this team. If he can just find a way to get out of the inning, they could hit 1 run. But Yellow Shy Guy, what a play by Daisy, though. He's been so good, but so is Daisy. There's 2 out quickly, but Blue Dry Bones has just had enough. The pressure in a huge situation like this calls for a fresh arm in Wiggler. Wiggler, not the greatest pitcher, but you only need him to get 1 out. That's all you need is 1. On the ground, and he will get that 1. And we will head to the bottom of the 7th. The Daisy Flowers won the game in the 8th inning last time out with the walk-off homer from Blue Dry Bones. They don't have him up, but they got Boomerang Bro, Wiggler, and Red Paratroopa, and maybe you can get a couple of those on to get to one of your power hitters later in the lineup. But Boomerang Bro, in his own right, is a power hitter himself. Big hit. If it gets over the wall, it will go. Oh, my God. I thought that was over the wall for the game. It's foul, Lakito says. I don't agree with it. This one is certainly foul. But that last one, folks, I think we need a replay on that. The 0-2. Big hit. This one could get gone, though. Walk-off homer for the 2nd time this season for the Daisy Flowers. They remain undefeated. 9-8 the final score. And I think Boomerang Bro deserved that, to be quite real with you, because that second one looked like it was gone. The DK Wilds have a heartbreaker. They lose their 2nd game of the season by 1 run. Oh my goodness, what a game. The Daisy Flowers continue to find ways to win ball games. They remain at the top of the league table right now. 3-0 are the Daisy Flowers. Under the bright lights of Mario Stadium, one of the best places to play baseball and one of the fairest, to be quite fair. It has been very fair to the Mario Fireballs, who are 2-0 in 2nd place tonight. And they could, with the right run differential, technically jump into the 1st place spot. We'll take a look at everything as it squares out, and I'll verify the scores. But I've been doing them as we go, and I do think that one run win for the Daisy Flowers might open the door for them to catch up in the run differential department. But first, they have to win, and they have to beat the Bowser Jr. Rookies, who are 1-1. As we take a look at the 2nd week standings, they did come into this game with just a -1 run differential, but they are 1-1. They have a lot of potential hitting-wise, and they have a lineup that can produce hits, and a pitching squad, which really isn't too bad. I mean, we look at this team's effort. The ERA is a 5.86. It's pretty good. They haven't really allowed a lot of crazy stuff. They've been pretty much kind of doing it by committee. Sometimes Blue Magic Koopa, sometimes Bowser Jr. But tonight they start Green Magic Koopa. The Bowser Jr. Rookies did make some adjustments maybe in the lineup down the line. We got Bowser Jr. now in the 3 spot. He moved from the 2 spot. And we saw a lot of swaps going back and forth. So we see Green Dry Bones now in the cleanup spot. The Magic Koopa's in the 2 and the 5. And like we said, the field looks a little bit different, but we got chemistry in the outfield, so they should be fine defensively. Just going to depend on how things go later on and maybe who steps up to pitch in the 2 or the 3 spot. Meanwhile, for the Mario Fireballs, they basically did a whole flip of their lineup. They took the 1 spot and put it to the 9 and so on and so forth, and you get a basically mirrored lineup with Red Toad still in the middle, but Andrew leading off, followed by Red Pianta and Yellow Toad. Then out in the outfield, you've got the extra red me in right field now, and all red outfield. But again, it doesn't matter. They can pretty much be chemistry everywhere. The Piantas are on the right side of the infield. The Toads are on the left. Like I said, this team's going to need to get singles, and you're going to need to hit it in the gaps. If you're the Bowser Jr. rookies, they're batting .448 with 3 home runs on the year. Meanwhile, the Fireballs, 5 home runs, batting .552. This could be another one of those games like we just saw that could have a lot of hits to start off. But it's going to be tough to go yard on a team that's all chemistry, man. It's going to be tough. A tough ask for the Bowser Jr. rookies on the road. But if they do get this one and improve to 2-1, it could be a huge turning point for their season. But if they don't, there could be a lot of changes upcoming, as Caden's not afraid to make them and make the big moves to try and get things going. Final game of Week 3. Thank you so much for watching. Again, folks, we will, at the end of this game, give you the Week 4 lineup, which is coming up tomorrow. Same time, 6 p.m. Central Time. The lineups will be due for all of our owners at 2 p.m. Central. And a lineup which will include, I'm sure, some more interesting ties. We'll tell you all about it and give you the standings. But stick around for this game right now as we get going here in the nightcap. Code is 3 for 7. Most of these hitters are doing pretty well. Everybody except Andrew has at least 3 hits, which is pretty rare. That's why this team is batting among the lead leaders at .552. Showing bunt here with 2 on was Yellow Toad. Now he'll have to pull it back here on the 3rd pitch. And this one will get in the gap. Green Hammer Bro will get there in time. Bases loaded, nobody out. How many times have I said that tonight? Bases loaded, nobody out. I say it again, as here is Yellow Pianta. Has had no homers, but 4 RBIs on the year, 5 for 7. He is a guarantee to get a hit of some kind. Took a big swipe at that one for the first strike. Do you keep this off the plate? That one is inside. It's in the gap. That will be a run quickly, and Bowser Jr. misses it. The fire's there. 2-run score. Yellow Toad is going to try for home, but here's the buddy pass at the plate. Safe. Safe with a double, a 3 RBI double for Yellow Pianta to get things going. Extra red me, so critical for this team. The first pick and the last pick, kind of helpful. That is the end of the inning, folks. Mario Fireball's up 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the first. Bowser Jr. rookies trying to dethrone the king, the cover athlete. Yoshi Eggs were so close to doing it last week, and that one is on the ground for a base hit for Caden. Nice job. I said this is a tough defensive team, but we showed that they might have a chink in the armor. They almost lost to Yoshi. Maybe they'll do it this week. And that one is in the gap, like I said. Oh, and Caden, nice base running after the green shell. He's going to get to the runners on the corners. And nobody out with runners on the corners here, with Bowser Jr. up at the plate. The battle of the captains. This is a huge spot as well. I mean, like I said, the weakness of this team and what will be their downfall is the gaps. Caden does not go home, and Green Magic Koopa is stuck there. The reason why he didn't go home was because of that. He knew that that throw was going to be tough. But what a person to have at the plate. Green Hammer Bro. Green Hammer Bro has hit 3 home runs. It could be a 4th. It will be a 4th unless they get there. No, it's an absolute smasher. Go ahead, grand slam. The 2nd grand slam in the league this year. And Green Hammer Bro's 4th homer of the season. Absolutely smoked. Unbelievable. The weaknesses for the first time this season are starting to show for the Fireballs, and they're down at home early. And a slobber knocker already. That one goes in the gap, and there's still nobody out. Here is Green Toad. Can he continue this amazing run for this team? He will. If it gets down, it will. There's still nobody effing out for this team. We could get back to the top of the order. Here's Goomba. 4 runs scored with nobody out. Goomba will get it in the gap as well. The bases are going to be loaded again with nobody out. This could rival the 8-run inning we saw last game. It could potentially rival the 13-run inning we saw in the first inning of the Bowser Monsters at home, or on the road rather. That one is grabbed by Blue Pianta, and it's a double play, which means there's runners on the corners. Line drive there. Finally, Blue Pianta is able to reach one to make the double play, and so we can stop things for the moment. And maybe this stays a 1-run game here, but Green Drybones, you never know. He could be sneaky. Green Drybones is 4 for 6 on the year heading into this game. And there's a big hit. It will get in the gap. It's going to get down. Another one's coming home. And it's 5-3. What a inning again, folks. I cannot believe the first innings we've been seeing tonight. They have been crazy. And they are not done yet. The last first inning of the night continues with Caden getting back to the top of the lineup. They batted through the order. But now they're done. Grounder to second base will end the inning. And Mario is tired early, upset. With Blue Toad, who's hit a homer for this team earlier in the season. This team has had 5 different home run hitters. Blue Toad will not add another one, but it will be a single as that somehow gets down. So with 2 out, here comes Andrew. Swung on. Oh, it's just out of the reach of Green Drybones, and there will be 2 on. Ooh, and Andrew. Again, a little slow. This team is giving some tries here. So 2 on. Chance for Red Pianta to hit the go-ahead homer here. He is one of the people that have had a home run hit so far this season. Off speed is a big swing. It's not big enough. And the boo ball will allow Blue Toad to get home. Will Andrew turn third and go for home? He will try for it, and he's going to get home. Tie ball game. 2 RBI single. With 2 away. That's a tough spot to give up 2 runs with 2 out and only 1 on base. And they did give it up. And it's tied at 5. Tied at 5 for Yellow Toad. Take strike 1. Yellow Toad. Also one of those players who hit a homer in the first 2 games. This one, though, might be up. No, it's going to get down again. Another single. And these innings are endless right now. They have to come to an end eventually, but maybe they won't come to an end without another Yellow Pianta big hit here. Over the plate. Will it get down? It will. Green Hammer Bro will save it, and that could save a run potentially. It could save a run if they ground out or line out here for Red Toad. Red Toad, 5 for 8 on the year coming into the game. Tough one up to the plate. This team is so solid in the hitting department. Here's the 0-1 paintball. Swung on. Into left field. It gets down. They're going to add a run. Red Pianta gets home. 6-5. They take the lead. The paintball is just not really working for Bowser Jr. this season. He's let up a lot on the paintball. People are willing to throw it out there, put the bat out there and see what happens, and it's worked for them. Red Me takes the strike. Huge situation here with bases loaded, 2 out. Top of the second, 6-5 on the ground. In the gap, Blue Magic Koopa can't get to it, and it's 7-5 now. What an inning this one is as well. Mario Fireballs are responding here. Here is Mario. This would be a giant spot for him. Bases loaded, 2 out. Off speed, first pitch, in for a strike. The Bowser Jr. rookies need to get out of this inning. Big swing potential. This one could it get in the gap. It's going to get to the wall. That's at least 1. Red Toad's going to try and come home. The power ball will be there. 9-5. Me's coming home. 10-5. The ebbs and flows of this game are ridiculous. And now do you pull Bowser Jr.? Do you pull him early, try to go to Blue Magic Koopa? I don't know. It was a Mario lead, then it was a Bowser Jr. huge lead, and now it's back to being a Mario-controlled game. And you will pull him for Blue Magic Koopa, as I suggested. 4 people watching here, the nightcap. What a game this one is. Over the plate, in for a strike. We've already seen 15 runs like we saw in an earlier game. This is crazy. Line drive over the head of Bowser Jr., and that's a tough spot when Blue Magic Koopa was just there. It's going to be an extra base for Mario. Getting the throw off is Green Magic Koopa, and there's runners on the corners, and the 2-out rally continues. We're only in the top of the second. Blue Toad will take the strike. But now the question is, who do you go to fourth? You're going to have to go through this entire lineup if you're the Bowser Jr. rookies. That one gets down 11-5. A huge inning right now. This could be 7 runs, I think. If they came in leading this one 5-4. Andrew over the plate. This one will continue. The singles continue to roll in. Safe there at first. Bases loaded again for Red Pianta. Could this continue to pour on? They can't buy it out right now. It's 0-1. They need to get out of the inning. They should have gotten out of the inning earlier. It's over the head of Bowser Jr. again. There's 1 run score. Blue Toad's going to try for home, and they're not going to throw it. 13-5, as this is a double-digit inning potentially, and Blue Magic Koopa's pulled. I mean, what a way to change this around. Caden was in the lead early, and the Bowser Jr. rookies, and now you're on your 4th pitcher. Can't even get out of the second. 13-5, but considering how they did in that first inning, I wouldn't be shocked if they pull it right back. Green Toad, the 0-2, down the middle. Swung on, but it's foul. Maybe time for a star pitcher to try to go outside and get him to swing. He lives looking outside. It curves inside. It's in the gap. Bases loaded again with 2 out. Multiple times that's happened in this game, folks. And now the wrong person to put up there, Yellow Pianta. They might have batted around the order in this one as well. Fastball down the middle for a strike. The 0-1 is hit, and it will be another single. It ain't home runs, folks. It's all singles. And Red Pianta, the bad throw, it's a slow throw, and now it's a 10-run game, as this is a double-digit, top of the second. Red Toad, that gets down. This is ridiculous. Yellow Toad is going to go for home, and he's caught out there. That will finally end the inning. Little bit too greedy, but who cares? 12 runs score in the top of the second, and there's 20 combined in the first 1.5 innings. Red Pianta into the gap. Another run scored. It could be 2 runs scored. Blue Toad's going to get home. They can't make the buddy throw. 17-5. Oh, man. It looks so good after 1 inning for Caden's team. And now it looks so wrong as the hitting continues. They're batting over 500. And I think after we look at the stats of this game, they'll be batting over 600, potentially towards 700. You pull, it's another pitcher. They might pitch, I know they hit around the order, but they might pitch around the order here. 18-5 with Caden stepping in. Off speed for Yellow Pianta. This one will get grabbed for the 3rd out by Green Magic Koopa. Not a 12-run inning, but it is a 3-run inning, and they add to the lead. Need some speed out there because that has been a big part of it too. Bowser Jr. has been trashed, and here is Yellow Pianta, and this will not end. 23-5. There is no mercy rule in this league, but I'm sure as hell think that some people will be wishing for it. 23-5. A new stratosphere in scoring. Look. Tonight, Mario 0-1. Add to it, 28. As the buddy throw, and it's going to be 29. Oh my God in heaven. Oh my God. I can't believe they're going to get to 30. Top of the 6th, there's just almost no way. Yep, I'd be charging this mound so fast. I'd be charging the plate so fast, dude. We're getting in a benches clearing brawl. 23 runs, 1 out to do it. Here's Green Koopa. Swung on. It does get in the gap, and we prolong the game a little longer. Strike 1 on Green Bones. Right to Mario, and I don't even know how to say what that was. A trouncing a stomping, a thwacking, a record-breaking win for the Mario Fireballs. They are top of the table at 3-0. Holy crap.